Hi everyone, I'm Will from PowTechnology. I'm an IoT solutions architect here, and PowTechnology are a IoT solutions business. I've got in front of us one of our IoT gateways. This is a device that gets data from sensors to the internet, and I'm going to unbox it for you now. So it comes in a nice box with quick start guide. Nice pictorial references, available digitally as well if you want one of those, but just takes you through the basic steps you need to be able to interact with the unit. There's some additional glands in there in case you've got extra sensors or signals that you need to gland into the bottom. And then the unit itself, nicely packaged in the bubble wrap. So we can unwrap that now. Just to keep it secure in transit, we ship them all over the world. Rugged enclosure. So IP67 rated enclosure with additional glands on the bottom. And we've got the Allen keys required to unscrew it on the front. So we can get that undone on the front here. Inside, we've got the sensor ports. So we've got up to 4 channels that it can take in, a variety of different industrial signals, 4 to 20 milliamps, 0 to 10 volts, or a discrete, normally closed or normally open contact. And there's the output relays as well. So these are really useful if you want to trigger a pump to turn on and off, or sound a beacon, or anything along those lines. The other things to note, we've got the antenna that's up here. This is the internal antenna, but you can fit an external antenna through the glands at the bottom. And also the multi-vendor network SIM. So that uses 350 networks in 180 countries all over the world. So that's the Metron unboxed for you. I'm going to take you through now a video on powering up the Metron and walking through the menus. So here we go. We plug in the power for the first time, and you'll see the Metron boots up. And we're going to cut away to a closer of seeing the menus. Okay, everyone, we're going to take you through some of the menus now on the Metron. So you can wake the Metron up by pressing any of the buttons. These are capacitance buttons, so you don't actually need to press them, but in general, we typically tend to just give them a little tap. And then it asks you to enter the PIN number. You'll find this PIN number on the quick start guide. And there's a standard PIN number available on the quick start guide. So the PIN we're going to use today is 1234. And we enter that through the menu. So up and down, change the values. You'll see there's a number of PIN attempts as well. I've got 3 attempts before it's unsuccessful. And I hit next and it enters me into the menu, and I've got a variety of different system commands. So I can use this device to power the sensor locally and check what it's doing. But the main feature that we use, which again features in the quick start guide, is the force transmit. So I scroll down to force transmit, and this will initiate a transmission. So what it will do first, it will power all of the sensor channels individually, and you'll see it scrolling through the different channels now. We're on to channel 3 and then channel 4, and you'll see the different values light up. The unit will then initiate a connection with the server. So it's a mobile GSM device. It uses a variety of different mobile technologies. So NB-IoT and LTE-M are the classic 4G technologies that it will use, but it also uses 2G as a fallback technology. So the unit will go through a series of transmission steps. And if you're having any trouble with the unit, noting down what point it gets to in the transmission step is key, because that will give us some indication as to if it's struggling with connection to a local mobile network, or if it's a server-based connection, or establishing a data connection through a network. There are a variety of different troubleshooting steps we can take. So you'll see the transmission going ahead, and once the transmission is complete, we'll see that happen. So it will scroll through a variety of percentages. So that's the unit about to finish transmitting there. It can take up to 2 to 3 minutes for a unit to transmit, and this is because it will use a variety of different retry algorithms for robust technology communication. So if it fails on one network, it will try to find another network, and it will roam through different technologies. But once it's hit the 100% mark, it will finish its transmit. We'll get some stats on the screen, and a little countdown about what is possible for the which network the unit's used and signal strength and those kind of things. But once it's hit its 100% mark, it's transacted its data with the server, and then it will go back to sleep. And the Metron goes back to sleep on a periodic basis, waking up to check sensor readings and transmitting them if required. Hi everyone, I'm going to show you how to fit an external antenna to a Metron. So you'll need to open the Metron enclosure. You'll note here is the antenna connection. And if we've supplied the external antenna, it will come with an M16 gland on it. And this is our standard T-bar antenna. We do other antennas as well for low signal applications and anti-vandal prevention and all sorts of other things. But you'll fit the gland onto the base of the unit and thread through the antenna cable with the SMA connector and connect that into the antenna port just there. Do remember to leave some service loop available so that you don't pull the antenna cable tight and break off the antenna connection. So make sure to leave some service loop. Mount the antenna cable where you wish to, and then the T-bar antenna is to be mounted flat, so in this orientation, with the sticky pad on the base here. One thing that we have additionally with the Metron is a ability to add an expansion card. This is a 5 DP card or 5 pulse input card, and the Metron has an expansion slot that's down the side here. You'll see it marked EX, and the pulse expansion card will just fit into the side of the unit, and you'll see there's a nice groove down the side here and the nice conduit plug, and you can see the unit responding as we press it in there. And this is for wiring in pulse inputs. So there are 6 terminals, but 5 for 5 channels. So a common ground and then 5 channels there. And that's how you fit the pulse expansion card. Hi everyone, it's Will from PowTechnology again. I'm here to talk to you now about the different power options that a Metron can have. So as standard, we have a 6 to 24 volt DC unit, but we can also add a mains expansion onto that with battery backup to provide continuous power to the unit and to provide around 50 to 80 transmissions of power should the mains fail to the unit. So standard 6 to 24 volts. We also have an integral battery version with our own specialist battery, so plugged in and strapped up inside the unit. And we've got a solar version here as well. So the Metron mounted to a small battery system as well as the panel, and we supply all of this assembled and tested as one system. One of the reasons the Metron is a great product in low power applications is it's exceptionally good at power management. So when it goes to sleep, it draws minimal current. It powers up sensors as well when it's in the field. So the power management is great from a sensor management perspective and from a battery management perspective. And also the signal management and the Metron's handling of it in low signal applications means that it's excellent at dealing with low signal, which is a common problem with IoT devices where manufacturers in their battery life don't consider the signal quality and the signal strength as part of the battery life. So we're really confident with our battery handling capability. Please come and talk to us if you've got concerns or you've got low signal applications out there. Hi everyone, it's Will from PowTechnology. I'm here now to talk to you about one of our standard level sensors. We call this an SPS. It's a hydrostatic level sensor and it measures the pressure of the liquid above it. This is connected up to a Metron, and the Metron is providing power to the sensor and reading the 4 to 20 milliamps from it. The Metron will power the sensor on a periodic basis and take a level reading. So if you wanted to get the level reading in this on a periodic basis, that could be from once every 5 minutes if we've got power, right up to once a day, the Metron will have that capability. We use this sensor in a variety of different applications. So we measure fuels, lubricants, AdBlue, liquid fertilizer, pretty much any standard liquid out there that's non-explosive, the SPS is a great fit for. And my assistant now is going to add some liquid into the vessel and we'll hopefully see the volume change. So the Metron has the capability of doing a volume calculation and you'll see the level here is, the volume here has changed from 2 litres to 2.4 with just a little bit. So we can really get that sensitivity tuned into the Metron. We are a Siemens solutions partner, and we use a variety of Siemens equipment from their measurement intelligence portfolio, and we provide end-to-end solutions using that equipment. So that might be in applications that are a bit more challenging, like a powder application for a radar, or it might be where we've got flow abstraction and we want a specific flow meter where we want to capture volumetric data and a bit more detail. And that's where we'll use that instrumentation and integrate it into our portfolio. So we've got 2 Siemens devices here today. We've got a LR100 radar. This is connected directly to the Metron, and the Metron's providing power to the radar. It means it's got a longer settle time, but the Metron has the capability and enough juice to be able to provide power, capture the measurement, and then transmit those readings. We've also got a battery-powered mag flow meter here as well. This will capture both the volumetric data, so the totalized data going through it, and we can feed that into the pulsed input in the Metron and send that to the cloud. Here at PowTechnology, we're really proud of our product quality. These are our Metron devices going through an intensive soak test. So we soak test them for a minimum of 24 hours. They're manufactured in the UK, and they go through the final test and assembly here in Tamworth. And that's the end of our video series, everybody. So I've been Will from PowTechnology. We've been running through a series of videos covering Metron technology, how to use a Metron, some of our expanded things. Don't forget that we are an IoT solutions company. We're ISO 9001 and ISO 27001 certified. We manufacture a ton of products made in this country, and we develop end-to-end solutions for a variety of different industries and customers. You'll see some of them in the cabinet that we've not even touched on. So if you want to get in touch with us, please do so. If you've got any more questions or feedback, any more videos you want to see, let us know.